The world is a constant flux of new global economies and evolving technologies. In line with the UAE vision for the next 50 years, AIM Digital, the first digital edition of the annual investment meeting, with a theme Reimagining Economies, the move towards a digital, sustainable and resilient future, will showcase the most attractive investment opportunities for people from over 170 countries. Join AIM Digital from 20 to 22 October. Visit aimcongress.com.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all the participants and jury members to the AIM 2020 Global Technopreneur Competition. My name is Kritika, and I'll be your host for today's event. Let me first start off by saying thank you to all the participants for patiently waiting for today's competition. I welcome you all to the first digital edition of the annual investment meeting, where the theme of the digital event is Reimagining Economies, the move towards a digital, sustainable, and resilient future. AIM would like to thank the UAE Ministry of Economy, Islamic Development Bank, and Emirates Angel Investors Association, as well as Microsoft for Startups, to support the startup pillar and our participants gathered here today. AIM, short for the Annual Investment Meeting, is the largest investment platform in the world. As an initiative of the UAE's Ministry of Economy, AIM has been promoting a healthier global economy by linking investment opportunities to fast-growing economies under several key pillars: foreign direct investment, foreign portfolio investment, small and medium enterprises, future cities, a One Belt, One Road, a special event, and startups, which is our key focus for today. We're excited to listen to all the shortlisted applicants who will showcase their company's product and solutions as they compete for a chance to become one of the startups joining the AIM, the Microsoft for Startups program through the Global Technopreneur Competition. Before we begin, let me first introduce our jury members for our competition today. Our first jury member we have today is Mr. William Najer, who is the owner and founder for BPA Services. The second jury that we have for today is Kelvin Shikezi, who's the CEO, co-founder and of Digital Growth Boost OY and the director of Startup Grind Helensky. Thank you so much, William and Kelvin, for joining us today. We really appreciate you taking out your time from your busy schedule to be a host of, to be a jury for this competition. All right, so before we hand over the floor to the first presenter, let us recap on the format and rules of the pitching competition for today. First, each startup will be given 8 minutes for pitch, followed by another 2 minutes of scoring by juries for the startup on the AIM portal. There will be no Q&A with the juries. Second, timekeeping for the 8 minutes will be managed via the Zoom chat room. So please take note that the timekeeping for the 8 minutes pitching and the 2 minute scoring session will be managed both via the Zoom chat room by the organizing team. Third, kindly refrain from posting any messages, including promotional materials, in the Zoom chat room unless you're the jury member or part of the organizing team. Fourth, in order to ensure a minimal disruption throughout the competition, keep yourself on mute at all times unless you are the speaker. Fifth, scoring by the juries for each startup will take place right after each presentation. Jury members, as soon as you're done scoring the company, please post a message stating done in the chat room. Also, the overall tally scores will be taken by the end of the competition and provided to the team of Microsoft, wherein the winner will be announced accordingly once they have a name. Just a few technical reminding notes before we get started. If you experience any issues with your audio or video during the conference, just refresh your browser and that should take care of everything. Attendees, if you have any questions, please do feel free to post the questions in the video wall. We will share it with our participants and they will reply to you directly or through email. If you would like to connect with our participants, please move to the home lobby page and you can find the speakers by typing their names under networking tab on your right-hand screen. And we welcome all of our audience to interact with each other on our chat wall. Also, please do not forget to tag on our social media handles with the hashtag AIMDigital. All right, so can we proceed with our competition? I hope all our startups are ready. So the first presenter that we have for today is Art Smiley, and this will be presented by Mr. Luth. Mr. Luth, are you here?
Yes, Kritika, thank you very much. I'll present my screen now.
Perfect, perfect.
Yeah. Okay,
all the best for you, Luth.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Now I got the controls. So
perfect, perfect. The floor is yours. All the best.
Yeah. Thank you, Kritika, and thanks for the AIM for the opportunity. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. All the ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lur Dallam. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Art Smiley. Art Smiley is online marketplace for art. We are a D-Tech company, a DSO, and based out in Dubai. Okay. I'll be presenting about Art Smiley, and Art Smiley, as I said, it's an online art marketplace. Our vision, our mission is to make art more accessible and affordable to all communities and provide viable career to artists. This is our mission. So before I talk about what are the problems our startup is resolving, I would like to share a story of a friend and colleague called Santosh. He's a realistic artist and he's been practicing art for a few years. But unfortunately, he left art as a profession and he joined a manufacturing firm as a fabricator. You know, being an artist and being good skill, but still he left because one of the main reasons is that all around the year he work hard, he can't able to earn $5,000. And with that money, he can't able to feed his family and live his life. And like Santosh, many of the artists are facing the similar problems. They don't know how to showcase their artwork and how to market themselves and how to reach out to the buyers, art buyers. And this is the one of the major challenges for the lot of emerging artists, especially during the COVID. This become more evident and more visible. On the other side of the coin, finding affordable and unique pieces of art is a major concern to the lot of art buyers, especially millennials and high net worth millennials who started buying art online. Also, there are no economical options for those customers who want to decorate their walls on a regular basis. With original artworks, examples, hospitality clients or a customer who want to change their art pieces on their walls. Currently there are no options. These are some of the problems we are addressing through our solution, Art Smiley. Art Smiley is a multi-sided online platform where we connect artists and art buyers together in the same platform 24/7. And art buyers can have save time and money because we have a large collection of pieces in one place. Artists can make money by having sitting from their studios. And we have a diversified cultural community. We're bringing artists from different parts of the world to showcase their art in one place. So in a nutshell, we considered ourselves our Amazon of artworks. How the platform works, actually, is a multi-sided platform where artists can upload their paintings and it goes to the curator approval before it match with the potential buyer. And the other hand, buyers can search and select their favorite painting and it can be delivered to their doorsteps without any hassle. We provide all kinds of paintings from abstract, illustrative, figurative, nature, any kind of painting, all kinds of contemporary arts and sculptures are available with our platform. The key services we offer, we sell the original artworks, and we also make the replicas to the original artworks on a limited edition prints, and we do art rentals. This is the first time the tool in the region, not only Middle East and Africa, we're the second in global art rentals. We also provide art consulting services as well. The art market is very huge, and in 2019, it registered $64.1 billion, the net worth of value, and registered 40.5 million transactions, which is highest in a decade and 2% higher than the previous year. And it's in which online art market is around $5.9 billion, registered almost 3.7 million transactions. So this online art market is expected to grow over 15% every year until it gets double from $4.64 billion in 2018 to $9.32 billion in 2024. These numbers all are pre-COVID, and during the COVID, we have seen a tremendous growth in online art market, which is close to 150% in the last 2 quarters. So how we want to adopt a market strategy, as we have plans to reach $60 million in the next 5 years. And we want to have 3 pillar strategy. We want to participate in art fairs and partnerships with artists and auction houses, art collectors, where they don't have an online presence, and also want to do digital marketing, which is an extensive digital marketing that includes social media, SEO, and Google AdWords. This helps us to reach out the wider audience of artists, art collectors, and art buyers from around the world. Not only the general art collectors, we also want to reach out to the large corporations and home decor and hospitality industries as well. And who is our competitors in this space? If you look at all my competitors are from North America or from Europe. Saatchi is from USA, Artfinder, RaiseArt, and Artsy are from Europe. Art.com is from USA. How I'm differentiating is by providing additional features which my competitors are not offering. Examples, art rentals, and we're also going into handcrafts, and we are also providing additional stuff. As I mentioned, the sculptures is not a lot of my competitors are offering. So how do I am differentiating with my competition? As I mentioned earlier, we are first to market in art rentals in the Middle East and Africa, and we are second globally. So this is a great advantage, and I feel this is a great tool for the hospitality industry who want to showcase a new atmosphere, a new appearance for their clients. And we also want to have a partnerships with the local communities. I'm from Indian background, and I visited many countries on a previous my background wise. And a lot of local communities have some special skills for arts, sculptures, whether it is ebony sculptures from Africa, whether it is Indian traditional sculptures or paintings from each region. They are not showcased to the outside of the world. We want to go to those communities and build the partnerships and bring them into our platform to showcase them to the world. This is something unique and not my competitors are doing. And we are also regionally, there is no single platform has a global footprint of artists like ArtSmiley. So this way we have the regional advantage and being in the company locally. We also in the second phase, we want to adopt the latest technologies like AI, AR, VR, and develop our platform into more technology front along with the art. This is also something very unique we were planning with our technical partners. So how do we make money? We make money by taking a commission on every transaction. For every sale of art, rental, art prints, or or original artworks, we take 35% commission, and we take 25% commission on our partner services like printing and framing. What is our traction to date? We've been into, as I said, we are a DTech and DSO registered business here based out in Dubai. And to date, we have around 1,300 artists from over 50 countries registered in our platform, and we have more than 100 customers registered and over 100K of revenues earned. And we also have partnerships with B2B like DoubleTree by Hilton, and we also a couple of other partnerships we are working so to extensive B2B market. If you look at all our early adopters like international national hotels like Shangri-La, Gulf Court Hotel, and Al Bayt, and the construction property market Shuruk, Abu Hussein, and on the corporate side we have the Cyrus Group. And this is my team led by me, Lourd Alam. I'm the co-founder and CEO. I have over 20 years of experience in both operational and business management, worked in both Middle East and also in Europe, quite extensively from large to small companies, managing the P&L. Aruna is my co-founder, and she manages all the technical aspects of the business. And she has 12 years of experience in IT. Rajiv manages all the digital marketing activities. He has over 10 years experience. And Vikash is our curator and consultant. He manages all the front end, managing artist relations and showcase the good quality of artwork in our platform, and also build the relations with the local artist communities. With the availability of funding, we expect to make $2 million in year 1 and up to $60 million in year 5. And that equates to compound annual growth rate of 131% in revenues, 105% in profits, 166% in cash. And what we are looking actually in return, I mean, we are asking $800,000 of investment to achieve 1,200 transactions in ArtSmiley over 12 months of operations. That translates into a revenue of $2 million. The funding will be mainly used in developing the technology, whether it's upgrade of platform, sales and marketing, and hire of critical resources. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, sorry, but your time is up.
Yeah,
and it was a great presentation.
Sure.
Great work, and all the best to you. I would now expect all the juries to please go and proceed on scoring ArtSmiley, and we'll be back in 2 minutes. Thank you very much, Mr. Lood, and all the best to you.
Sure, thank you. Thanks. Thank you.
The world is a constant flux of new global economies and evolving technologies. In line with the UAE vision for the next 50 years, AIM Digital, the first digital edition of the annual investment meeting, with a theme Reimagining Economies, the move towards a digital, sustainable and resilient future, will showcase the most attractive investment opportunities for people from over 170 countries. Join AIM Digital from 20 to 22 October. Visit aimcongress.com.
حدث وعش أجمل اللحظات وأكثرها إثارة مع قنوات دبي.
أنت جزء من عالم تحكمه الأرقام، يحكمه الاقتصاد، يحكمه الثمن لكل شيء. CNBC عربية، لأعمالك محطة واحدة.
العالم يتغير من حولنا بتسارع بتأثير كم وافر من التطورات التقنية والتحولات في الاقتصادات العالمية، بحيث لا يستطيع مواكبته إلا القادرون على التخطيط بذكاء. بالتماشي مع رؤية الإمارات لل50 سنة القادمة، ستقام النسخة الرقمية الأولى لملتقى الاستثمار السنوي تحت شعار إعادة تشكيل الاقتصادات، التحول نحو مستقبل رقمي مرن ومستدام، ويجتمع فيها المستثمرون من 170 دولة. ملتقى الاستثمار السنوي من 20 حتى 22 من أكتوبر. قم بزيارة mcongress.com.
All right, and we will now be proceeding to our next startup for today. The next startup that will be presenting is Punchworld. Softclicks, I'm sorry, you will be presenting the third. So I would request you to please stop sharing your screen. It's Punchworld they'll be presenting next, and then comes Softclicks. Punchworld, Mr. Mohammed?
Yes.
Yes, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
All right, perfect. I would request you to please share your screen.
Yes, okay. 1 minute. Wow. Okay, here it is. It's okay, you can see it?
Can you please come on the camera, please?
I turn off, let me do it.
Yes. Perfect, perfect. Great, we can see your screen, we can hear you, and we can see you. So the floor is yours, and all the best.
Okay, good. So thank you very much for the AEM. Thank you, Kritika, for this opportunity to present our pitch, our concept. Maybe it's different from the other participants because we are at a very early stage. We have just worked on MVP now that is on the App Store. So I will more talk you about how the ID come and the concept. So Punchworld is a kind of tool and social network for words. So I will show you what have come to our mind to create this. We have seen that more and more social networks are based on videos, and that social network users find hardy ways to express their feelings. And also many people think that social network divert people from reading. So we have the idea to create this tool here. We are based in Algeria and also in France. And we've decided to create this tool to help people sharing their ideas, the inspiring words, and the good words they find in books. So let me show you. Here we can see an example of what we can do with Punchworld. We think that words have more impact on minds than videos, and the Punchworld is a way to find those quotes, book passage, and to add them to your pictures and to your content to create interactive content with the user. So Punchworld helps you to give a meaning to the picture you share on social media. It helps you to express your feeling when you don't find the words to express it. You can use the word of big authors to express it. And also it can create a community of Word Lover. So here it is. Punchword is really easy use. You can just select a picture in your gallery or in your or to take a picture. You can select a quote or a book passage in the library of Punchword, and then you take you can choose a template so that your image fit with the quote you choose. Then Punchword are shared directly on the platform, but also on other social networks. And you can follow other Punchword users easily, like on regular social media. I have a small screenshot of the MVP, which is already on the store because we wanted to test it. So I don't know if you can see it. I will quickly open it. Okay, here it is. So you select your app. You can log in easily with Facebook or Google. Like here, we do it with Facebook. Then you enter the app. You go directly on the home tab. The home tab is where all the users share their content, their punchwords. You will follow people, so you will have here the punchword of people you follow, but also new punchword choose randomly or those who are very popular. So here we can see, because it's already on the store, so we have some users who tried it. So here you can scroll and have all the other punchwords, but most important, when you click on the plus, you can create your own punchword. Here it is. You select an image in your gallery. You can size it and position your image, like here. And you click on the codes and you have all the code library. We have 2 languages for now, French and English, and we will have Arabic in 1 week. And we will regularly add languages and codes. So here I can choose by a keyword or just by scrolling in the code to see what is what's fit to my day mood. So here I choose one code, and then I can choose a template. You have many templates, so we will add also new creative templates every month for people to can change the way they express their feelings. So I come back to my presentation. So here is some example of what is done with punchword. You can have some authors code, some film, movies, some music songs. So yeah, there's many things. So here is 2 of our targets. So there's many targets, but these 2 are quite important for us. The first is word lover. It means people who read a lot and want to share some part of what they're reading with their relatives. And we have also influencers, because we talk to many influencers in North Africa, in Africa, Central Africa, for instance, in Western Africa, and in France. And all of them told us that they have some issue to create content every day, and some smart content. So they are a key user of the app. Here it's an example because we presented our app, our concept to the president here in Algeria. So the president was quite motivated by the concept. I will talk quickly about monetization. To be transparent, at our stage, it was not our main topic now. We want to focus on growth, to have more and more users, and then when we will have enough users, we will think about monetization. There are many ways to monetize that kind of social network. Advertisement, of course, notably with influencers. We can also link our tool to online book selling, and we even think about fintech module, because our target are mainly between Africa and Europe, and also Middle East. We think about transaction tools between those continents. If we reach the minimum user we want to reach. So a small word about the team. So the team here is myself, the CEO and founder. So I was a consultant, I was at EY and BNP Paribas in Europe, and then I came back to Algeria to create some startup and companies. We have Hind Hawet, she's a former engineer, and she created one of the most important online newspaper in Algeria. And yeah, I check the time. Okay, so and Yasser and Sergey are the two technical team. They're specialized in many technology like Kotlin, Swift. And so to finish, thank you very much for your attention. As I said, we are at a very early stage, so I don't think we can compare us to other very smart and brilliant people in the pitch today. But we are very glad to be able to present this concept, and maybe we'll see you again later. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mohammed. That was a great presentation. I would now expect all the juries to please go and score punch world. Thank you very much, Mohammed, and all the best to you.
Thank you, Trika. Thank you, everybody. And thank you to the jury.
Okay, so we move on now to our next startup for today. The next startup that we'll be presenting is SoftClicks Europe. And this will be presented by Mr. Richard or Mr. Cass, who is presenting it from the team.
I'm going to be talking. Klaus is going to be driving the presentation.
Okay, perfect. All right, the floor is yours and all the best to you guys.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to SoftClicks Europe. We're a cloud platform for smart computing. You all use computing in the workplace, but we're more than just an app. We're the total, complete platform. So we're enabling tomorrow's computing today. We're an independent spin-off of the third biggest thin client provider in the world. We were established last December, and our HQ is in Germany. We've spent about 6 years developing SoftClicks. As I say, it's not something that you throw together overnight. We've got about 3.5 million lines of code, and we estimate the value of the business to be around about 10 million so far. We've got a motivated and dedicated team. Like I say, we're based out of Germany. We've got software developers in Europe and some in the Far East. If you invest in SoftClicks, we expect to deliver a 20 times revenue return. Next, please. So there's Klaus, who's the chairman and was the founder of a Silicon Valley company in America. There's myself as the CEO, Alex as the Chief Operating Officer and Managing Director, and Chris was responsible for developing Microsoft Windows Terminal Server for a French company that got bought out by Microsoft. So what is SoftClicks? It's a cloud-based management platform sitting on the server, and it provides all the interfaces and virtualization between the server and any end user device on the planet. Doesn't matter what type of operating system those end user devices are, SoftClicks will work as long as you've got a browser. And what does that mean? Well, at the moment, we all know that we're having problems working from home, especially in the COVID environment. And we're all having problems with our children learning from home. This is a massive global issue, and this is what SoftClicks solves. So we deliver high productivity, security and privacy. These are the issues that are stopping companies from delivering home workers and home learning. We're flexible, and we can scale up to tens of thousands of users in minutes. We're disruptive and affordable, and which means that emerging countries can afford our technology. And typically, education are always left behind, and we enable education to be able to afford the very latest technologies. We're intuitive, we're set up in minutes. Because we're intuitive, that means there are no huge overheads with technology administration costs, which are the main costs in any IT infrastructure. And we follow the latest computing standards, so we're 100% Microsoft compatible. Next, please. So we're suitable for businesses at home. We don't mind if you're a home user. The license is okay to port to home if you're a business user. We can work on tablets. It's ideal for schools. We can put a Windows desktop on a Chromebook. We can allow a teacher to monitor and track learners, which makes it a fully interactive technology, and I'll come to that in a minute. But most of all, it's easy to administer. So, like I say, coronavirus is a massive issue at the moment. You'll have all seen it. Being able to work at home is not as easy as everybody hopes. Security issues are massive. The company doesn't want you to take its secure data and have problems with hackers. SoftClicks eliminates these problems overnight. And so SoftClicks is the right digital product at the right time, and the time is now. This is our user workspace. So applications are sitting on a server or multiple servers, and those servers can be all over the world. And the user just draws down the applications. This is the management console called the Deployment Center. So you can set up users, groups, applications, virtual servers, everything here. And the little red dots just tell you if there might be a problem somewhere, the administrator can go straight to it remotely. No problems, takes 2 seconds, and there's no consultancy or administration fees. So what we have here, to make SoftClicks even more affordable and more sexy, we have free bundled software. So this is what we call free Office. Looks and feels just like other competitive products, but we deliver these free. So it's a bit like Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. We also have a classroom management tool, which really differentiates the technology. So the classroom management tool, with Zoom and technologies like this, they're great for one-way communication, but the teacher or the lecturer wants to actually interact with the students or the pupils. And what this does is allows the teacher to take over the student's monitor, have a look, see what's happening, share screens, and really fully interact with the pupils. And there's a whole range of tools that allow this to happen. So this is integrated into SoftClicks. We we have a target market, and we're already working with customers in Russia, working with their biggest cloud service providers. So working at telcos, cloud service providers, system integrators, and resellers. These are our key target markets. We don't sell direct. And then we also are looking at ministries of education and customers and providers that supply ministries and departments. So yes, we work with local partners to satisfy their demands, and they need to differentiate themselves, and that's what we allow them, our partners, to do. So we're in the cloud, SaaS, WaaS, DaaS market. Workplaces as a software as a service, workstations as a service, desktops as a service. This is worth $625 billion. We're a subscription model, so we're on a per user, per month, perpetual basis. We're on a shared revenue basis with our partners, and we have a cumulative revenue stream. We're looking for about $2.5 million worth of investment. We've got the product, we've got the team, and we're ready now to start selling. We launched just before the COVID pandemic, which hit us quite hard. But what we're doing now is we've got the technology for the COVID world. We just need someone to come in and take us to that next level. These are our forecasts. So over the next 5 years, we expect to be hitting around about a $75 million turnover. Just going back to Cloud Class, we are determined to be able to allow teachers and students to get a full interactive environment at the most affordable way. So we're happy to talk to you about our unicorn. We're happy to provide you with full facts and figures, and we're happy to show you a small video. I think we're probably going to run out of time for that, but we can post that to anybody at any time. So this is our deployment center. This
okay,
is just
great.
logging in.
Thank you so much, Mr. Richard, for a great presentation.
That's okay.
And I will now request all the juries to please proceed on scoring soft clicks, and we'll be back in 2 minutes. Thank you very much, Richard, and all the best to you and Cos. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, great. So now we're going to proceed with our next startup for today. The next startup that we'll be presenting is Solar Grid, and this will be presented by Prashant and Hardik. Am I correct?
Yes, correct.
Perfect, perfect. All right. All the best, guys. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Prashant, the co-founder of Solar Grid X. Our platform allows anyone to own a solar panel, relaxing on their sofa with just a mobile phone and $3 in your pocket, and earn 15% from the sale of clean electricity. So back in 2010, the cost of generating solar energy was 20 cents, and the cost of generating thermal was 6 cents. And right now, the cost of generating solar is 4 cents, and the cost of generating thermal is 10 cents. So despite this break, people are not convinced to use solar because it comes with a high setup cost. Generally takes around 8 years for the setup, and it can take as long as it can take as long as 8 years for the breaking the setup cost. So we stepped in and we said we are going to provide solar for zero cost for C and I consumers by raising capital from retail investors. So retail investors are the people who always look for investing in stable markets with smaller ticket size and high returns. And they often stick to savings bank, which just gives 2% ROI in the MENA region, or real estate or stock market that requires a lot of capital and it's highly volatile. So we bring to you Solar Grid X. Solar Grid X is a green crowd investing platform that lets people buy or sell fractional tokenized ownership of solar panels starting at just $3 and earn up to 15% ROI from the sale of electricity. How it exactly works. We have a blockchain-based token called the SGX that represents the ownership of one solar cell. Now each panel has around 60 cells. So when you own an SGX token, you own a fraction of a panel. So SGX stands for Solar Grid X. Just like you buy shares of a company, you head to our platform and buy the tokens at just $3, but you don't physically own the panels. We'll use your funding to set up solar at feasible locations like residential complexes, supermarkets, factories, etc. These solar sites will start generating the electricity. We sell that to the consumers and then collect the proceeds and distribute that back to the token investors. So people can hold on to the tokens and keep earning up to 15% in ROI. Or if they want to exit the market, they can simply sell their tokens to another buyer. So it acts like a P2P platform. We're not leaving the consumers alone. So for the consumers, we outsource specialized solar panel providers to set up solar at zero upfront investment, and we even take care of the maintenance. The consumers simply pay for what they use on per kilowatt hour basis and enjoy up to 40% cheaper electricity than the conventional suppliers. Coming to the ecosystem, this is how it works in a nutshell. The investor invests in the token to the platform. We find a highly vetted site to install using these funds at zero cost for the consumers. The electricity that is generated will be sold to the people, and we collect that and distribute it to the token investors, and the entire thing is governed by using PPAs or power purchase agreements. We are targeting a $120 billion industry where only $3 billion are invested by the general public. So with our solution, we aim to significantly increase the general public funding of solar projects. So by just launching 50 solar sites, that's about 15 megawatt worth of solar in the first 2 years, we project to make a $1.5 million in revenue. And if you ask me how we do this, we'll come to it, but first I'll tell you why there's a need for it. So the need for a solution right now is such that because towards the demand side, there is a growing need of sustainable investment options now more than ever. And COVID-19 has enabled the digital economy, and there's a better understanding of tokenized investments. And towards the supply side, the regulatory framework was a major challenge for such products. And however, it's eased up due to the proper STO framework available in the UAE. And how do we generate revenue? Getting to the point. So when we sell one SGX of $3 for the first time in the market, we take $0.3 from commission from solar EPC providers because we're providing them more business. We also take 2.5% on each trade on our platform and 5 cents per year out of the investor returns. So we have a margin of about 15%. Now, the similar fractional ownership model has also been adopted by Sun Exchange. Right now, they have around 700,000 plus solar cells installed in South Africa, but they have a lock-in of 25 years that is just not attractive to investors. With our unique pricing strategy, we provide no lock-in of investment, so you can just exit the market anytime you want. We believe this will be a game changer for attracting retail investors. So we have a major geographical advantage to be based in the UAE, which is emerging as a first choice for fintech companies because of the regulatory framework. So our investor base will be in the MENA region, and while we are deploying our solar projects back in India, which is the third largest electricity consumer market in the world. And we've divided our strategy into 3 phases. In the first year, for the investor base, we'll target environment conscious people and crypto investors to different channels in the MENA region. And we have already partnered up with the solar panel EPC in India for the consumer base. In the next year, while proving profits to the existing investors, we'll target retail investors who may or may not have anything for the environment, but we look to invest for good returns in a stable market. After 2 years, we'll focus on expanding our investor and consumer base globally to regions like Africa in the consumer base. We started conceptualizing our idea back in 2018. Since then, we won several startup events and raised about 80,000 dirhams as prize money and over $30,000 from friends and family. We're not a one-hit wonder. We've been very consistent with our performance. We were awarded Emerging FinTech Talent in MENA by the ADGM Academy, won several blockchain-focused challenges, and we've come a very long way. With that, we also launched our applications in beta mode and have 350 plus early signups. After graduating from Start AD incubation with the first prize, we further got a boost and signed 7 LOIs from commercial consumers in India. Our partnership with a solar EPC in India gives us access to 5 megawatt, that's about $3 million of solar deals, and that brings our solar consumer acquisition cost close to zero. We also ran a successful pilot project in India, in Gujarat, that's been generating 14.01% returns. And all of these were only possible because we have an awesome team. Hardik is a CEO. He has a family business of solar in India. They'll give us access to the established ecosystem. Devansh is a CTO. He's a typical tech nerd of any startup. He's been developing apps since the age of 16. And I am the COO. I've launched 2 other startups, and this is my third. I've also worked with Emirates NBD in research teams of blockchain. And Chavi is a certified industrial accountant, and she's well aware of the Indian regulatory framework. And she's the most important aspect of our startup. That's what she deals with. And our advisors, Devendra Kumar. He's an industry veteran. He has worked as a VP of India's foremost bank and also as a CEO of a solar company in India. Munir helps us develop a sustainable strategy with the experience he has working with PwC and other advisory boards. We're looking for a $250,000 conditional investment for the next 12 months to spend majorly on customer acquisition, along with ops, sales, and product development costs. To maintain the liquidity in the initial years, we'll be co-investing with the other investors. We have an ambition of becoming 500 megawatt company in the next 5 years. With tokenization, we're opening gates to mass investments in solar, and by doing so, we'll reverse global warming, which is the worst crisis mankind is facing. That's it from my side. Thank you. You can catch us at solargraders.org or drop a message to my colleague Hardik Bhatia.
Thank you very much, Prashant. That was a great presentation, quite timed. And thank you very much, Hardik. So all the best to you too. I would respect all the juries to please go and proceed with scoring the startups. All the best, guys.
The world is a constant flux of new global economies and evolving technologies. In line with the UAE vision for the next 50 years, AIM Digital, the first digital edition of the annual investment meeting, with a theme Reimagining Economies, the move towards a digital, sustainable and resilient future, will showcase the most attractive investment opportunities for people from over 170 countries. Join AIM Digital from 20 to 22 October. Visit aimcongress.com.
كن في قلب الحدث وعش أجمل اللحظات وأكثرها إثارة مع قنوات دبي.
أنت جزء من عالم تحكمه الأرقام، يحكمه الاقتصاد، يحكمه الثمن لكل شيء. CNBC عربية، لأعمالك محطة واحدة.
العالم يتغير من حولنا بتسارع بتأثير كم وافر من التطورات التقنية والتحولات في الاقتصادات العالمية، بحيث لا يستطيع مواكبته إلا القادرون على التخطيط بذكاء. بالتماشي مع رؤية الإمارات لل50 سنة القادمة، ستقام النسخة الرقمية الأولى لملتقى الاستثمار السنوي تحت شعار إعادة تشكيل الاقتصادات، التحول نحو مستقبل رقمي مرن ومستدام، ويجتمع فيها المستثمرون من 170 دولة. ملتقى الاستثمار السنوي من 20 حتى 22 من أكتوبر. قم بزيارة aimcongress.com.
Okay, so we now proceed to our next startup for today. The next startup that we'll be presenting is Events 10X, and this will be presented by Abhay Singh Chavan. Abhay, are you here? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I'm here.
The floor is yours.
Great. So just if you're able to see my screen. All right. So just to get started, Events 10x. Great. So basically, Events 10x is a virtual events platform. And what we do is bridge the gap between physical events that used to take place and are taking place, but on a smaller scale, and the hybrid events and the virtual sector right now. So as a virtual events platform, what we focus on is basically replicating and bridging the gap between what you would experience in a physical event and bringing everything on board to a virtual event space. A little bit about us. We are a startup company that is homegrown in the UAE as a joint venture between UAE and Norwegian entrepreneurs. The idea behind organizing online events is in our DNA. Right from the time we've been founded in a latter part of 2017, where we were established, but we've actually come across more towards the beginning of 2019, and 2020 is when we've taken flight. The base, the launch, the X factor of Events 10X per se is we've got our license based in DIFC in the FinTech Hive. Over the last 1 year, especially the last 6 months, we've provided 300 demos and more already. We've already executed more than 50 online events. So a USP for us is our niche platform, that we are a niche platform for the events industry. We've got our expertise in events and the exhibition industry more than 10 years. So I myself have been in the events industry for more than 10 years. What we've done is combine the use of technology with our experience in the events industry. And what we do is also bring in multilingual, multiple languages into the platform. And the fact that it's very user-friendly is where we stand out from the rest. Our client base mostly is global, so we're not focused on only one region. We've got clients from over Mexico, the Women Empowerment Division there. We've got IDP. One of our key clients is obviously the Dubai Land Department, the Abu Dhabi Department of Economic Development, the Global Wood Show, Ministry of Economy, and the annual investment meeting, which is going on right now. So to discuss to talk more about the PR and recognition that we do, we've been featured in multiple kind of articles over the Arabian Marketer, Zawiya, and the government of Dubai's media office as well has featured us. Now, the challenge. COVID-19 this year has certainly, caused a lot of disrupt in the industry, especially the events industry. With social distance measures, travel restrictions, economic crisis, which has caused a ripple in the events industry and has reduced budgets as well. What have we come up with? We've come up with Events 10X, which is our solution. Our solution, Events 10X, can be incorporated in multiple things like corporate meetings, fairs, launching new products, project tours, online roadshows, training centers, and international organizational members meetings as well. Features. We've got the lobbies, we've got our conference, auditorium, our chats, webinars, exhibitions, video wall, and multiple other features, which you have experienced right now on the annual investment meeting event. Look at what our lobby looks like. We've got our lobby, we've got our networking business cards, and multiple other features as well, such as the live video calling as well. We've got the AIM hub over here, and we've got the AIM, the hub model, the multiple zones, where you could actually have different kind of sectors within your event. So you could have multiple exhibition halls, you could have multiple auditoriums as well. This is a look at one of the auditoriums that we've done on our platform for a press conference, which is one of the many events you could host. We've got our live poll, Q&A, all taking place. As well as for the exhibition booth, you can have one-on-one chats with exhibitors, and you could also have your sponsors displayed and everything over here, as well as display products in the marketplace. The market opportunity. The events industry was valued at approximately $1.2 billion, $1,200 billion USD in 2019, with the virtual events market estimated at approximately $78 billion USD in 2019. With the onset of the pandemic, virtual events are expected to grow through the pandemic by a compound annual growth of at least 23.2%. Post the pandemic, the hybrid solution is certainly something that will maximize the reach and connectivity to events industry. Thus, our global outreach and offering to cater to online events to more than 140 countries can make us a global leader in the virtual events platform. SaaS versus PaaS. We are a hybrid between the SaaS and PaaS models. Our software is used as a service to provide the platform to organizers, in the sense that we cater to event organizers and end users who would be inviting people to use the platform and attending events. The platform in turn is used by the end user. So within the SaaS model, we have our own WebRTC video engine where networking can take place and video streaming. In terms of email campaigns, we can use them to be shot out as well. In the PaaS model, the platform itself is used as a virtual events venue for users. Growth strategy, we do approach a KPI kind of model where we approach more than 50 clients of targeted calling. We do 2 to 3 demos a day, and we do research on the upcoming events. And then we build our pipeline accordingly towards our one events. Revenue packages, we have 4 different packages: the starter pack, the business pack, our annual premium package, and the white label package, where we can customize every single element of your event on our platform. The path forward in terms of sales and user forecasts. For Q3 2020, we were targeting a revenue of 300,000 USD with about 10,000 users. And in Q4, we are targeting at 900 USD with around 50,000 users. Just to give you an idea, with the AIM event and our other concurring event, which is running simultaneously, we have around 10,000 users currently using the platform today itself. So by the end of Q2 2021, we are looking at 3.5 million in terms of revenue with 500,000 users. We've generated a revenue of 300,000, and in our investment round we've raised 750,000. The use of this investment has primarily been on product development, with 80% there, 15% on team building, and 5% on marketing. The cloud consumption of Events 10X, we are using Microsoft Azure. Consumption of the users are projected to USD 2,221, and we will fall under the bracket of 5,000. We know our competitors and our competition, but what sets us apart is our ability to have the user platform as a very user-friendly, and we do work in China with our own video engine as well. A setup of the team is over here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abhay. That was a really nice presentation. I would now expect the juries to please go and proceed Events 10X, and we'll be back after scoring. Thank you very much. All right, so we're going to be proceeding to our next startup for today. The next startup that we'll be presenting is Libella Networks, and this will be presented by Ms. Voletta. Ms. Voletta, are you here?
Yes, hi, Kritika. May I share my screen? Thank you.
That's great, that's great. So please share your screen now.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect, perfect. You may make it full screen, and all the best.
Thank you very much. Hi, good morning, good afternoon to everyone. My name is Dr. Ruleta Lama. I'm the CEO of Lalibela Global, which produces Up by CHR, a patient-centered connected healthcare record system for hospitals and clinics in Africa. Why Up by CHR and why Africa? We wanted to create, we wanted African hospitals to get advantage of the digital revolution that is happening everywhere else, and to make sure that our hospitals and clinics are connected. It's also personal to me. My sister used to get sick and visit hospitals and clinics in Ethiopia, where often her patient medical record is lost or misplaced. And when she goes from one hospital to another or clinics to another, she has to start all over again. And this is the same for millions of our patients on our continent. We want to make sure that we have an easy solution that will work in our hospitals and clinics and understands the workflow of our hospitals and clinics. Hospital data is very complex. When a patient visits a hospital or clinics, they have to go to the reception, data, paper data. Their data need to be collected, then they have to be sent to a nurse or a doctor, more data. The doctor or nurse may send them to the pharmacy or to the lab or to the digital center, more data. They may be admitted, or they may be sent to billing, or they may be admitted. So at every step of the patient encounter at service point, there is more data, and it's very complex. And we wanted to do something to change this. I wanted to show you what paper record data looks for us in an example of a paper record data. This is a hospital. This is what our paper record looks. It's very depressing for people who work there. And it's also depressing for the patients, because when patients come, how can you find any record in here? So they are given new patient record, paper record. So that means that even for the doctors and the nurses, they cannot give you effective help. You can see that all this paper is out there and it's disorganized. Not only, even if it is organized, it's very difficult to find the patient record. So for me, having a secure medical record is a human right for anybody, and our patients in Africa deserve better. So saying that, we wanted to build a system that we want to make sure our hospitals are filled with doctors, not with papers. Paper is poor data management, expensive for patients, high OPEX for hospitals, and contribute to deforestation where Africa doesn't need. In Africa currently, hospitals and clinics spend around $300,000 for paper supply per year. Patients pay on average $10 per patient per visit. For example, in Ethiopia, there was 88 million visits last year, or outpatient visits last year, for a population of 110 million. So we wanted to find a way to reduce paper waste, improve data management, cut patient cost, and reduce OPEX. Hence, Up by CHR was created. We created Up by CHR. We wanted to make sure that our solution works in African situation where most of our hospitals and clinics don't have IT personnel. They don't have programmers, so they cannot scale a system. We have been working in Ethiopia, supporting the government for the last number of years, and we have created actually before a legacy system that needs a lot of programmers, and our system was implemented in more than 3,000 hospitals. But it was very difficult unless you have a lot of IT and a lot of money. It was very difficult to sustain a system like that. So we created Up by CHR around 4 years ago. And our mission was to make it easy, that you don't need programming to really digitize a hospital record, and to make sure that even a rural clinic can benefit, and also a big mega hospital in Addis, so that our villagers who travel from rural clinic to big hospitals, they can also benefit from this, that their record is not lost. Up by CHR enables hospitals and clinics to build, discover, and integrate healthcare systems and digitize their data. So what is Up by CHR? How did we do it? How did we achieve not only digitization, How do we make it easier and cheap to implement and low maintenance? Basically, we created the IKEA of digital health record. When you go to IKEA to buy a chair or a table, you don't need to be a carpenter. It is parts are done for you by some furniture carpenter. You bring it together to your house, and then you can have a chair or a table. You don't need to be a carpenter. So that's what we wanted to do for revolution for digital health in Africa. We created a low-cost solution so that the hospitals can use it to expand with minimum implementation cost, and also with no programmer. In that way, that means we can reach a lot of our hospitals and clinics. There are more than 100 hospitals and clinics in Africa. Our system is enabled to work in English, French, Portuguese, Arabic. It can work anywhere in Africa, and low and small clinics. We have in Ethiopia 4,500 hospitals and clinics for our 120 million population. Currently, our system has been implemented in 4 hospitals. In 2 hospitals, we gave our system for free. We have digitized 1.2 million patient records, and we have achieved 100,000 in revenue in 48 months of operation. The digital healthcare market in Africa is huge, and it's more than $10 billion. Our business model is a monthly fee subscription. Who we are? I'm Dr. Rouleta Lemma, CEO and founder, and with a PhD and MPhil from Liverpool School of Tropical Medicine, an international healthcare expert, more than 28 years of experience working in various countries in the world. Marra Kokewe, our CTO and software engineer from Illinois Institute of Technology, more than 20 years of experience in developing big solutions. Kevin Hine, technical advisor, software engineer with a master's from Stanford University, more than 30 years of experience building softwares and SaaS systems. Dr. Girma Zene, business advisor, economist, health economist, former director of planning and programming for the Ministry of Health, worked more than 30 years in the Ethiopian government and work African healthcare products and use in Africa. So what do we need? As I mentioned, we built a low-code solution that is easy to implement, that is easy to scale up in Africa. We built, in the current COVID situation, we built a COVID system in 1 week for a hospital in Ethiopia. It would have been impossible in a legacy system that we used to be working on in the last 10 years. So we, from our all experience of 10 years, we built the system. We want to improve our system, build our team, market, add telemedicine. COVID has showed us that telemedicine is very important. And we have built most of our system with support from Microsoft as volunteers, helping us to enhance our system. We want you to help us to disrupt the healthcare market in Africa. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Rouleta. That was a really nice presentation, quite well timed, and I wish you all the best. I would now respect all the juries to please go ahead and score Libella Networks, and we'll be back within 2 minutes. Please put in done once you're done scoring. Thank you very much, Rouleta, and all the best to you.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to be proceeding to our next startup, the second last startup for today. It's Intelligent While, and we have Mr. Rodrigo and Mr. Diego and Mr. Juan.
Hello, everyone. Are you able to see the presentation clearly?
Yes, I can. All the best, Diego, and the floor is yours.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Diego Ramirez, and I will be presenting the Intelligent Speed Reducer. First, we are a proudly Mexican company, and we are a mechanical, our product is a mechanical system that works with a software to measure the vehicle speed and acts towards the speed, either going up if the velocity is higher or staying low when people respect the limit. We're also focused on innovation and technology. We have our own hardware and software, and we have been working on this for over 4 years. Our mission and vision. We want to have the 3 areas of ecological, social, and economical environments. We want to have a sustainable business, and we aim to solve the problems related to the vehicle traffic, the pedestrian safety, and the environmental care. The development of software, which gathers important daily data and storages and analyze daily events. To become the leading company that we want to be, we're offering innovative and sustainable solutions to maintain safety within the urban growth. So how does it work? Here's a little video so that you understand better. So this is the Intelligent Speed Reducer. The new road intelligence system, which is the Intelligent Speed Reducer, it's a system that works very simple. With a modern sensor system, it can monitor vehicle speed that transit over the way. So our system is not enough to reduce speed some meters before the stop. Instead of, it's necessary to respect the speed limit during all the way. This translates in our traffic light that will indicate a moment when it's possible to transit freely, respecting established speed limits, or when it's necessary to reduce speed to be able to move. Data collected can be seen and checked by users in our portal. With the data, we have vehicular flow, and they can show those who respect and those who don't. It also endures 8 tons per axle and without giving up the pressure. According to Javier Navas, Chief of Security, the main advantage that they have been noticing is that drivers respect the established limits naturally after just some months of having the system, which makes a friendly coexistence between the people living there and the vehicles. So this is the ISR, the Intelligent Speed Reducer. So we are also registered our trademark and patents in several countries, in more than 20 countries, and there are some still processing. So our impact and benefits. We want a road safety education. We also want to prevent as most accidents as we possibly can. We also want the safety in strategy locations and the environmental relevance, so to reduce the fuel savings, to increase fuel savings. Our software also helps to understand a variety of different conditions with the data that it constantly obtains. One of our big focuses is the big data. We have 3 main branches for our system. The first is the statistical data of vehicular flow. The second is the environmental monitoring, and the photography and video for vehicle plates 24/7, which I will explain each of them. First, for the statistical flow of vehicles, it is important to know that the traffic statistics are very important for us, and the system has the capacity to generate the traffic statistics on the road traffic. Also, the flow of vehicles, our software demonstrates the ability of showing who respects and those who don't respect the limits of the speed. It also generates reports depending on how you are looking for them. It can be hourly, daily, or monthly. Here's an example. One of our prototypes was placed, but before it, there were 67% of people during that month that did not respect the speed limit. After we implement the ISR, it was 90% that started to respect that. So how efficient is the intelligent speed reducer? The 90%, as you just saw in the graphic, shows how after just 1 week of the ISR implementation, how people start to respect this speed limit. Another interesting thing that we are bringing to the system is the environmental monitoring. Besides helping the people to be educated with the speed limit, we're also offering the environmental monitoring, which measures in time the noise, air quality, temperature, humidity, and UV rays. We have also our own visualization platform in which people will be able to know either there's a fire or there's any kind of situation that people need to be alerted on. And we have also our open data infrastructure. The last thing of the big data that we want to share with you is the recognition and capture of the vehicle plates. We will have a camera designed within each of our systems in order to be recording the vehicle plates of the cars for 24/7 to maintain a record for any circumstance that can be abroad. Also, one of our main points of this is that our optical point of promotion helps so much for the advertising, so it functions as a publicity spot. We want to have strategic locations. So another thing for this system is that it has an incredible growth and it's in public areas, residence, and commercial spaces. Our current situation, we have 3 prototypes functioning for over 1 year and 4 that are being installed. We are planning to launch in December 2020, our final prototype. So how are we preparing? So our manufacturing costs have been reduced for over 2/3. So it has been a development that has been working for us. We're looking for strategic partners in all over the world, and it's very easy to manufacture. So we would be saving a lot of costs. We have been awarded for the Best Innovation State Prize. We were in Shark Tank and we got 3 of the sharks involved. And also we have been in viral videos without spending $1 single in advertising. This is who we are. You can have our information here. And I thank you so much for your time and consideration. We're Intelligent Speed Reducer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Diego. That was a really nice presentation, and all the best to you and Mr. Juan. I would now expect the juries to please go ahead and score intelligent, and we'll be back after a 2-minute break. Thank you very much and all the best.
Flux of new global economies and evolving technologies. In line with the UAE vision for the next 50 years, AIM Digital, the first digital edition of the annual investment meeting, with a theme Reimagining Economies, the move towards a digital, sustainable and resilient future, will showcase the most attractive investment opportunities for people from over 170 countries. Join AIM Digital from 20 to 22 October. Visit aimcongress.com.
قلب الحدث وعش أجمل اللحظات وأكثرها إثارة مع قنوات دبي.
أنت جزء من عالم تحكمه الأرقام، يحكمه الاقتصاد، يحكمه الثمن لكل شيء. CNBC عربية، لأعمالك محطة واحدة.
العالم يتغير من حولنا بتسارع بتأثير كم وافر من التطورات التقنية والتحولات في الاقتصادات العالمية، بحيث لا يستطيع مواكبته إلا القادرون على التخطيط بذكاء. بالتماشي مع رؤية الإمارات لل50 سنة القادمة، ستقام النسخة الرقمية الأولى لملتقى الاستثمار السنوي تحت شعار إعادة تشكيل الاقتصادات، التحول نحو مستقبل رقمي مرن ومستدام، ويجتمع فيها المستثمرون من 170 دولة. ملتقى الاستثمار السنوي من 20 حتى 22 من أكتوبر. قم بزيارة mcongress.com.
All right, and with that, we have come to our last starter for today, and that will be Cyberdean Systems, and this will be presented by Mr. Pedro Juarez. Mr. Pedro, are you ready?
Yes.
Perfect, perfect. You may share your screen now, and all the best to you.
I can see my picture.
Yes, I can see you, I can hear you, and we can see your screen. All the best.
Thank you.
IoT Mining Explorer Robot is a solution for world economies seeking capital gains in their currency backed by gold and silver, among other minerals. The system tries to find and validate proven mineral reserves through spatial magnetometry, automated sample collection with the Explorer robot, and mineral concentration with scanning electron microscopy laboratories. Applications in mining, natural disasters, space, currency, exploration, among others. Next, we will give more information. IoT Mining Explorer Robot with mobile laboratory to study and validate mining prospects susceptible to investment for exploitation. Thanks to spatial geointelligence, rock sampling and analysis they perform. This is a great advantage in the automation of processes for the prospecting and exploration stages in open-pit mining projects. It reduces the time of 2 cycles that take 7 years to 2 months and total decrease in risks of lives and initial investment for its validation. Pedro Juarez, age 37 to 2020, Bachelor of Computer Science, Polytechnic University of the State of Morelos. Electronic Technician by the Center for Industrial Studies and Services 44. Mining Technician by Carlos Slim Foundation. Graduates from the Ministry of Economy, General Directorate of Mining and the Mining Development Trust. Graduated in Mining Regulations, Mining Planning, Application for Mining Concessions and Use and Handling of Explosives. Experience in mining since 2006. Introduction to Computational Geointelligence by the Geospatial Information Science Research Center. Tec de Monterrey Robotics Workshop. Internet of Everything by Cisco Network Academy. Problem: the general process of traditional mining companies includes 84 months between the prospecting and exploration stages and an initial investment of $500 million. as in the case of the Canadian mining company Esperanza Silver Resources located in Morelos, Mexico for each mine. Differentiation. Our technology reduces the cost from $500 million to $250 million and the time from 84 to 2 months for 100 samples of 20 centimeters catalogued in 100 square hectares by georeference points. Sufficient for the study of economically exploitable reserves and later validate with holes at 500 mountains. Depth for proven reserves and have a 3-dimensional map of the reservoir in addition to the analysis of the natural conditions that it enters to be susceptible to investment. Solution. Geospatial research to analyze possible mining prospects susceptible to investment. Collecting rock samples via drone-transported Explorer robot. Analysis of the samples through a mobile laboratory of scanning electron microscopy to quantify the laws of the minerals and their concentration. Technology. NASA Technology Readiness Levels Model Level 5, Computational Geointelligence and Data Science, Machine Learning, Artificial Intelligence in Image Recognition and Navigation, Big Data, Robotics applied to mining arm Caterpillar for rock sampling, Scanning Electron Microscopy, Information Technology, IT infrastructure IP connectivity, Internet of Things, spatial magnetometry, 3D scanning for surveying and sensors and telemetry instrumentation for app. Traction. Venture capital investment in U.S. robotics tech startups more than quadruple since 2013, in U.S. million venture capital investment in U.S. and non-U.S. robotics startups, 2013 to 2017. Source. PwC analysis based on CB Insights data. Market. The US showed the largest decline in exploration in 2016, with a drop in the budget of more than 30, although gold and copper exploration helped the country register a 7% share of the world total. Nevada has the largest share of the US budget, 47, and 2 other states, Arizona and Alaska, together account for the other 22 of the total. Mexico represents 6. Competition. China represents 6 of the global mining market as of 2016, however it leads investments in robotics innovations applied to mining, followed by the United States, Republic of Korea, Japan and Germany. Business model. Evaluate mining prospects through geospatial and robotic technology for their exploitation and commercialization of minerals. Reducing the initial investment in prospecting exploration to 50 and the risk to 10 in the exploitation stage. Develop viable and economically exploitable mining projects. Due to the minimum risk level, 30 is offered to the fund or investors. Investment round, seed round, own resources for the initial investment of stage 1 of 4 of the $50,000 project. Round A, consolidation investment of preliminary stage 2 to 4 $12.5 million. Round B, scale extend startup according to the mining project from $200 million. Thank you very much for your time. Project developed by Pedro Juarez. For any questions or comments, we are at your disposal.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pedro. A very interesting form of presentation, and I wish you all the best. I would now request all the juries to please go ahead and score CyberGene Systems. Thank you very much, Pedro, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
All right, so that was the last startup that presented for today for the AIM Global Technopreneur Competition. Thank you very much to all the startups who actually waited and did their best to give out their presentations today. Overall, I think we had a very competitive pool of contestants today, and all the participants were amazing in their own way, and they all have demonstrated their respective strengths and unique propositions in the sectors they operate in. And a special and a big thank you to both of our juries, Mr. William and Mr. Kilvin. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining us on the last competition of the annual investment meeting. And I would please request you guys to please go ahead and be a part of the networking sessions as well in the right after this platform, and be a part of the award ceremony as well to understand who's the winner from the AIM Global National Champions League that took place on day 1 and day 2. On behalf of the annual investment meeting, we would like to once again thank and express our sincere gratitude and appreciation to the UAE's Ministry of Economy, Islamic Development Bank, ISDB, Emirates Angel Investors Association, and Microsoft for Startups towards their support towards the AIM Startups pillar. The annual investment meeting will be taking place until 22nd of October, that is today. So for more updates and the latest developments on the annual investment meeting, please stay tuned to www.aimcongress.com. For everyone's information, a replay of today's event will be made available on the annual investment meeting YouTube channel in due course. Thank you once again, everyone, and have a great afternoon and evening. And thank you once again to all for joining us for the Global Tech Competition and being a part of the annual investment meeting. Thank you very much, everyone, and God bless. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye.